Hi there! In this quick tutorial, you will learn how to correctly use the function TEXTJOIN at work, which will help you to combine strings of your spreadsheet with the specific delimiters you need. Make sure you watch the entire video, as I also have a few important tips for you at the end. So let's do it! TEXTJOIN is a handy Excel function which combines the text from multiple ranges or strings of your spreadsheet, and it can include a delimiter you specify between each text value that will be combined. Here, a delimiter can be anything you want, such as comma, semicolon, dash, underscore, and forward slash, for instance. Let's apply this function in this simple example, where for each product sold in a store, we have the respective volume sold and the name of the seller who did it. Our task is to combine the information available in each column and display the results in row 10. So to display all these 6 product types together in cell B10, insert the function TEXTJOIN in that cell. The first argument, delimiter, always needs to be written within quotation marks, but if you leave this argument as an empty text string, this function will basically concatenate the range above. We'll get back to this point later on, but for now, let's press comma to skip to the next argument. Now, in this ignore empty argument, you need to decide if you want this function to ignore any empty cells of your range. Let's use true for now and press comma to skip to the next argument. We then have a sequence of text values as the final arguments of this function, which in this case is this range B3 to B8. Here you can select each cell of that range one by one, but I recommend you select the entire range at once to save your time. You can then close brackets and press enter. All product names have been concatenated in this cell B10. You can then expand this function to the entire row 10, but we can see that it's not yet looking nice. That's the reason you need a defined delimiter between the strings. So here you can press F2 in the cell B10, and let's define a delimiter such as comma with spaces. Here, don't forget your delimiter needs to be written within quotation marks. You can then press Ctrl-Enter and expand this function to the entire range. Now, all the text strings will be joined together, but you can clearly identify each one of them. When we built this function, we used the argument ignore empty as true. Let's make a test here and replace this argument for false in the function of cell B10 and expand it to the entire range. As you can see, nothing has changed because all cells of the range above are filled with data. Now let's imagine we select a section in the middle of this range, cut it and paste it somewhere down here, for example. The TEXTJOIN function will now return you this result, which basically displays empty strings between the delimiters. Unless you really need the function to be displayed like this for a specific task you have, I recommend you keep the argument ignore empty as true. This is because Excel will basically ignore any empty cells while concatenating your data, and only the cells with a valid string will be displayed. If we now bring this range down here back to the table above, the results of the TEXTJOIN functions will be automatically updated. Finally, make sure you are using the appropriate delimiter for each type of data you have. In this case, for the variable product type, let's apply, for example, a dash symbol. So in this argument delimiter, we can replace this comma by a dash and then press enter. Let's adapt the last 2 cells as well. So for volume sold, let's replace this comma by a semicolon. And in this last function, let's replace the comma with a forward slash and then press enter. All your results will now clearly display the information you need. Do you have any other examples of where you can apply the function TEXTJOIN? If so, let me know in the comments section below, as that might help other members of our community. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. Have a look at my channel for more tutorials and see you in the next video.